An 80-year-old shepherd was tending sheep when a bush began to be on fire and his life began to change. You remember when Moses finally relented and decided that he would go and speak for God to Pharaoh in Egypt. He said, when I get there, they're going to ask me your name. What is your name? And God says, tell them I am. My brothers and sisters, you got to get me here. No one of us goes around saying, I am. We always need a qualifier. I am Terry Anderson. Everything I say about myself, I got to put something else with it so you can know who I am. But when God says, I am, nothing else comes behind that because he just am. He's all over the universe amming. Am, A-I-N-G. He's just amming in the past. He's amming in the present. In the future, he am. He never will be. Nobody gave birth to him. Nobody created him. Nobody sired him. He's from everlasting to everlasting. He just am. He says, whatever you need, I don't have to become that. I am. Wherever you are, I don't have to get there. I am. He's God in Cambodia and Connecticut. And he don't ever have to get in a hurry, because when I need him, he just am. I want you to get this God that I'm talking about, the Lord. Before I talk to you about the Lord, he is unchanging. Unchanging. Psalm 90 verse 2 says, before the mountains were brought forth. I wish I had a Bible reader. Or ever thou hast formed the earth and the world, even from everlasting to everlasting, thou art God. Thou turnest man to destruction and says, return, ye children of men, for 1,000 years in your sight are like yesterday when it is past, and as a watch in the night. Thou carriest them away as with the flood, they are as asleep. In the morning it flourisheth and groweth up. In the evening it is cut down and withers. Who knows the power of your anger? So according to your fear, even is your wrath. God is unchanging. Seasons change. People change. Time changes. But God remains the same. He's just, I am. He's not going to be, he already is the I am. God is totally unchanging. He is immanent, which means he's close to us, but he's transcendent. He's outside of us. Nobody compares to God. Nobody can stand up next to the Lord. Whenever you start thinking you're so holy and righteous, let me tell some of you ultra spiritual people something. You're measuring by the wrong yardstick. If you want to know how holy you are, how smart you are, how good you are, stand up next to the Lord and you will find out that there's none like him. Nobody, nowhere is like him. He is the Lord by himself. He is unchanging. Not only is he unchanging, but according to Anselm and the arguments for the existence of God, the teleological argument and the cosmological argument and the ontological argument as reported by Anselm, not only is God unchanging, but he's uncaused. He's the uncaused causer. He's the unmoved mover. Hear me. Though he creates, he was never created. Though he makes, he was never made. Though he causes, he was never caused. I need somebody here who's been depressed. And listen, Christians do get depressed. I'm not talking about laying on the couch in the psychiatrist's office. I'm talking about going through the motions, but you're laughing to keep from crying. You're going through a situation right now that if the Lord don't hold you up, you would pull your hair out. There's somebody here whose back has been up against the wall, but the Holy Spirit came and grabbed you and said, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil. He is unchanging. He is uncaused. As I heard, God is ungoverned. The government shall be upon his shoulder. God is unchanged. He's uncaused. And he's ungoverned. Let me see if I can make that make sense. The weather determines what we wear. But God never checks the weather. And the reason God does not check the weather is because he made it. Gravity dictates our speed and how high we can jump. But he defies gravity because he created it. Our health determines our strength. But he's not affected by health because he doesn't have a body. He's spirit. He can work on you in your pew and work on them in their seat in the choir stand, and then work on them back there in their seats in the usher's booth, and then work on somebody over here on the other side, and be in the same place at the same time. And there are those of us who haven't felt him yet, because your God may be a genie in a bottle. Your God may be an old grandfather, but some of us here know God to be shepherd, provider, protector, way maker, heart fixer, mind regulator, company keeper, wheel in the middle of a wheel, a way out of no way, bright morning star. If you know who God is in your personal experience, everybody here ought to have a personal relationship, which leads into a personal testimony.